Many of us think wealthy people drive luxurious cars, but some of the wealthiest people I've met drove cheap ones. In this video, I'm going to talk about why they decide to do that and why maybe you should too. Listen closely because I have seen this information make or break people's wealth. Over the course of my life, I have met many wealthy individuals. For example, when I was doing consulting and accounting work. And what I realized is that some of them stay wealthy for decades and others go up and down. It's because they spend too much money and try to show off their wealth. Lawyers and doctors and other kinds of professional people tend to drive nicer cars to appear successful and attract new clients. But once you start showing off like that, it's hard to stop because then you are in the competition of always trying to look one level more successful than the people around you. If you don't need to impress potential clients, you don't need to drive such an expensive car. For these professionals, it's almost like a cost of acquiring new customers, but still, they're spending too much. Truly wealthy people don't feel the need to drive fancy cars. If they genuinely love a car, they will buy it. But most of them prefer practical, cheaper cars that are reliable and easy to maintain. According to the research, the most popular cars among millionaires are Toyotas, Hondas, and Fords. And some sources suggest that up to 61% of wealthy people drive these cars. Oh, by the way, my name is Honda, but to be honest with you, I drive Toyota. If you want to be wealthy, you may be thinking, when I make more money, I will buy more expensive things like a new car. But if your mindset is like that, it will be hard for you to build wealth because you become wealthy by investing the difference between the income and the expenses. Real wealth is what you don't see. If the professionals I was talking about invested the money instead of buying and looking after an expensive car, after 10 years, they could have made another $1 million. Truly wealthy people also tend to prefer cheaper cars because otherwise they might attract jealousy and unwanted attention. They realize that the short-term excitement of appearing more successful never lasts, and that having a cheaper car also gives you more peace of mind. You don't have to be so concerned about your car getting scratched or damaged. And it's one less expense to worry about. Some people think getting an expensive car is like buying a ticket to the wealthy world. It's not. The people who buy the fancy cars are just delaying their time to reach financial freedom. And if they get too caught up in showing off, they may end up losing all of their money and never get there. So you have to have some sort of budget or control over your spending. Some people feel insecure if everyone else seems to have a nicer car, but you need to realize that your value as a person is not related to the type of car you drive. And when you reach a certain point, you will know yourself that you could buy it, but you realize that you don't have to prove yourself. Sometimes you may see these people on social media with the expensive cars, but you can realize that they are oftentimes feeling somewhat insecure about their life. And when you realize this, you don't feel so much like you have to try to fit in. And if you can control these emotions, then the time of you becoming financially independent is shorter. I want to be clear that there's nothing wrong with buying expensive cars, but do it for the right reasons. Do it because you truly love the car. And just realize that it's not proof of your wealth. If you're ready to unlock greater wealth in all areas of your life, join my virtual event. If you want to know more about how the truly wealthy live, watch this video.